a large majority of our life has been spent in an institution that teaches you nothing about finances. Great day, another opportunity. Super excited to be here with you all this evening, this morning, this afternoon. Not sure where you're going to be viewing this information at, I want to dive right into this information, being super transparent. Happy New Year to you. I wish all of the best for you and your family. We're already midway into 2025, meaning January of 2025. So time doesn't sit still for us. And we want to talk about what's important right now, because at the end of the day, they say money is not important, but it surely affects everything that we deal with. Okay? Even our health. Health is really number one. But without the adequate cash flow or the adequate assets or the understanding of debt, the understanding of an employer, the understanding of business owner, without understanding these things and where we are in this mix of business, because be you a business owner or employer, you're still in business. We won't really understand when things begin, and they're shifting, but things shift in our life, and then the number one economy, which is the economy in our home. So I want to dive right into this information, because in order for you to have a prosperous and successful 2025, you're going to have to begin, and I like to use an acronym called S.I.M.P.L.E. Within this acronym, we have S.I.M.P.L.E. And this is important, ladies and gentlemen, because the first letter in S.I.M.P.L.E. is shift. We're going to really have to shift the thinking. I know people can't change overnight. Understanding that the importance of what's happened to us as people, because it's just like anything. We are creatures of habit. So a large majority of our life has been spent in an institution that teaches you nothing about finances. It teaches you nothing about anything dealing with money. You may, and please comment below if I'm wrong, if you've learned this from the public school system or even going to prestigious colleges. Let me know what you've learned about money. Comment below, because I'm curious to know, because I look at the majority that are going in the same direction. Good people with good intentions, but we're going to have to shift our thinking, the number one asset that we have, which is our mind, to understand and realize that, when we went to school, especially when we went to college, there may have been a table set up giving you a credit card. Okay? Understanding that we went to school already and we're in this debt, which is actually a cash cow for the United States government. Student loan debt is the largest asset. What is an asset? Something that produces for you while you sleep. So understanding that we didn't learn anything about money, and we come out to work for what we think is money. Okay? So when we're coming out to work and we have no idea what's taking place globally with the economy, all right? Even though that doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to a certain extent, but for the person who's financially savvy, and it really isn't much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's not rocket science when it comes to financial education. There is some discipline that one has to take on within self, and I'm speaking to the man in the mirror, talking to myself, where I have lacked that and continue to struggle with discipline. I don't have any bad habits. I'm not alcoholic. I'm not on drugs. I'm not materialistic, even though there's nothing wrong with being materialistic to a certain extent, as long as you're not doing it to impress people, spending your last, having, these expensive shoes, cars, but the bank account's on zero. This expensive purse, but the purse costs this, but I don't even have that in my bank account. Now that's really backwards, with all due respect. So the thinking has to shift. We have to shift our thinking. It's because with the same stinky thinking, and I know you're a great person, gotta incorporate some humor in there, we won't get ahead in this economy. All right? So you gotta shift and begin to work on the mind. And you can't do this by yourself. You need support. You need help. The next thing is we must increase. So how do I increase what I'm already dealing with, where most of my cash flow is leaving me? Understanding cash flow is important. The 4 or 5 areas that we need to look at, and when it comes to just money in general, is how is my cash flow coming in? How am I dishing out taxes? What assets do I have? And then understanding the importance of liabilities. Okay? So we need to increase our money. So the key thing, first thing we want to look at, how can I save in taxes? Understand that the tax law was actually designed and made for business owners. Okay, so taxes were actually designed and made for business owners, meaning that those are the ones that benefit from tax breaks. So you have to be a business owner, but don't think in this broad space of being a business owner. It's super simple in the information age to be a business owner. Super simple. But if you don't become a business owner, or you don't make some changes within your W4, W2, please correct me if I'm wrong, comment below. Don't make some changes in that, you'll continue to pay high taxes. So you can make $250,000 a year, as a high paid employee, but you're giving away a lot voluntarily. It's because of the financial literacy. So you want to understand, how can I increase what I'm making already? How can I increase what I have? I got the mortgage, cash leaving me. I got the car note, cash leaving me. I got the rent, maybe, other than the mortgage, cash leaving me. I got the gas bill, the electric bill, okay? I got the car insurance. I got the cell phone. Good things we need to continue to operate as a person, but everything's leaving me. So how do I increase this? How do I increase it? Because this is the I in simple. Okay, and one of the first things that needs to be done is you got to have some adjustments made with your taxes as an employee. Okay, and even as a business owner, do you have a home-based business? Because this right here alone will shift and bring so much back to you and increase your cash flow, so now you can go into other things. The M in simple, multiply. Well, just understand, it's just you. Two types of income, linear and residual. Okay, linear income is I'm trading my time for money. Residual income, now I'm able to multiply, because we got to look at successful people. They're not by themselves. And don't think that you can become successful in your field, in an industry such as a doctor, a lawyer. You can become successful, but you're still working for cash, a dying or dead asset, really a liability. Because if you look at the majority, they're working for cash, but look at their life. Go to work full time, get off to do something part time. Nothing wrong with that, especially when you have a plan. But you want to understand the importance of multiply. How do I multiply my cash flow? Or how do I multiply myself? Like the first documented billionaire stated, I'd rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts instead of 100% of my own. So you must understand the importance of multiplying yourself, multiplying your income through incorporating other activities that always are not based on you using your time, because that makes you more tired, that weakens your health, and it just seems like a revolving door that can't go because you're still working for money. So how do I multiply my money? How do I multiply myself? These are the steps of getting ahead in 2025. Protect. What is protection? Well, we know we can have life insurance to protect us just in case we pass, which is inevitable. We were born to die. How do I protect myself? Well, you need life insurance, but what about a life insurance that allows you to leverage it, pays you? Okay, this is protection you need, but you also need to be protected against things such as inflation. How can you protect yourself from inflation? See, so life insurance, having what we call a DCA, diversified cash flow account, will allow you to create some more cash flow, so now you can go into other investments. What other ways are there to fight inflation? You want to hold on to assets that go up in value as they print, which is called, the government jargon is called quantitative easing, as they print more cash and do their funding. We got all these other things going on right in our midst, poverty, and that's another subject. But how do I protect it? So you want to understand the importance of protecting your life, and there's so many different ways to create wealth doing that where you can benefit right now. Okay, you and the family may, and you deserve a trip, but you're strapped for cash. The credit cards are high, and you can't even beat that because the interest rates are rising. So you're working to pay off debt. But how do I protect it? How can I use assets, hard precious metals, and like I mentioned, the understanding they're different names for, but we call it a DCA, diversified cash flow account. How do I leverage these things, and how do I use them to protect me? This is the financial literacy. These are the things that are going to allow you to excel and move beyond in 2025. Now, I want to understand the LE. So we went through shifting, the S, we went through increasing, the I, we went through multiplying, the M, we went through P briefly, right? Protection. You need protection. You're not just going to drive a car, right, 100 miles per hour with no steering wheel. You're going to crash. This is how most of us are living. We have our hopes into a stock market via 401k, via our retirement. We don't have a clue. That's the scariest part. We have no clue about what's going on in this country economically. We're dependent on a system that could care less about us. So LE. These are the last two letters in S.I.M.P.L.E. And this is the last two things that you want to look into fast to incorporate in your success in 2025 and beyond. Leverage everything. Okay? Leverage that smartphone. Okay, you may not want to look at what we're doing, which is just I feel, in my humble opinion, the best piece, because it's an educational system that educates you while people do your finances for you, and then you bring other people who are hungry to a platform where people could do the same thing, but you're learning. But you may not want to do that. But you want to understand the importance of leveraging everything. Leverage your smartphone, just like I'm doing right now. You got a passion, you want to talk about it, you want to bring something to the marketplace. You may have something that falls in those three important categories of business. The three main categories, the three main industries: health, wealth, and relationships. Pull out your smartphone and leverage it. Talk about it. Okay? People want to know what's going on. Don't shy yourself away from your passion, but you got to understand the importance of leverage. Leverage your smartphone. Leverage the internet. Right? Leverage a community of like-minded people with success stories. Leverage your mentor. You don't have one? Well, you got to have a mentor and a coach in these times. Remember, we have been operating off what we've been taught. So now we have to become re-educated, and it's not rocket science. Okay, you don't have to pull out a textbook. Reading is great. you want to read, but I'm not saying it. You have to get on that level to become successful in today's time. It's simple, but you want to leverage everything that's in your midst that you already have. Maybe you need to be taught on how to leverage things that you already have. And this is something that we are passionate about doing. So I just wanted to go through those simple steps of taking things to the next level. Financial education is important. Your health is important, right? Financial education is important, because if you don't understand why prices are rising, cost of living is going up, if you don't understand these things, you'll continue to go down. Now, once you start to go downhill, once you start to understand these things, the next thing that will kick in is discipline. Once again, talking to myself. Managing. You gotta know the importance of managing money. You gotta know the importance of paying yourself first. Giving charity or tithing. You have to understand the importance of investing, because if you're not investing in today's economy, you're nowhere near on the road to success. And it's simple in today's time. I could pull out my phone right now, and if I wasn't videotaping myself, and I can make an investment fast. But you got to understand this, because you can't get ahead saving something that's lost 98% of really all of its purchasing power. The faith of the US dollar is only being held on for those that still believe in it. And people are losing faith. The people that are waking up to see, like, man, I cannot get ahead trying to save this piece of paper. I got to understand the importance of a piece of paper that is just a medium of exchange, and I got to exchange a portion of it into things that are going to appreciate and allow me to prosper in the new economy. So with that being said, great people, until next time, look, check out what I've pinned in the comments below. This is going to allow you to gain more knowledge and see what we're doing in the financial space and how simple our system is and how you can really take things to the next level with community, with systems, with assets, and with a team doing the work for you and showing you the importance of why you need a home-based business. So check that out. See all of the testimonials. You'll see that pin link right there. Okay, but also feel free to text S.I.M.P.L.E to 202-770-1668. We can have a brief conversation. I'm here to listen to you and answer any questions that you may have. Until then, take heed, stay safe, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention because the times have changed, but it's good times for those open to new information.